What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Well, guys, I wanted to get on here tonight to kind of give you guys sort of an update to what's kind of going on with me and what's going on with my channel. Before I even go there, let me just kind of tell you what all brought this up. This afternoon, I posted a new video, and the video was titled 4 Stocks to Buy Now. And then I had a little dash and it said, I just made 20K profit. That was the title of the video. Not telling anybody else they gonna make 20K, but what I made, which is what I made. So I was just sharing with y'all what I made. Now on the interior of the video, the content itself in the video, I never said that anybody else would make 20K. Y'all know me on my YouTube channel. I've never tried to scam you guys. I've never introduced any type of shenanigans to my channel. You guys know who've been rocking with me. I ain't about that kind of thing. I get contacted all the time from people trying to get access to my YouTube audience. And I've been very, very protective of my YouTube audience ever since I started this channel, especially ever since I've been, talking about financial aspects around my life, whether it be real estate investing, whether it be stock market investing, whether it be starting a business, side hustles. I've talked about all of that stuff on my channel over the last 5+ years, right? I started this channel in January of 2020 talking about financial aspects of my life, just sharing with you guys what I was able to do over a period of time to build my wealth, to have the cars that I have, to live the lifestyle that I live. And not once did I tell you guys this was easy or some overnight success. I've never said that. I've never ever said to anybody on my YouTube channel that all of this you can have overnight. You guys know, if you've been rocking with me, I've always told y'all this is a long-term thing. I've been doing this for 30 years. I didn't just start doing this last week. And everybody knows that who watches my YouTube channel, because I tell you guys that all the time. I tell you guys all the time that it takes patience, it takes discipline, and it takes consistency. We talk about the 4 financial principles. Live on less than what you make. Live on a plan, right? Stay out of consumer debt. Save and invest. Y'all know who watch my channel. Those are the pillars. Those 7 things right there are the pillars for my YouTube channel. And that's what I promote. So a couple of years ago, I decided, I'm gonna focus more on investing in paper assets. Since I'm not buying real estate right now because interest rates were high. I had done the real estate thing for 25 years where I just bought real estate, held it, let it appreciate in value, collect the rental income, pay the expenses, rinse and repeat, right? I did that for 25 years and I was looking for something different. Although I had always invested in paper assets through like my 401ks, dollar cost average, I did that too. But I never took a active role like I did a couple of years ago when I started really investing in the stock market on my own, continuing to invest in long-term stuff like ETFs and index funds, but also started dabbling around with a little bit of individual stocks. So as things changed in my life, in my financial life, that simply reflected the content, right? Early in 2020, when I started this thing, talking about my financial life, I was still doing real estate. Matter of fact, I had just quit a corporate job that I had for 25 years in banking. And I was just kind of building the channel and talking about basics, just basic stuff, right? Side hustles, talking about those 4 financial principles, talking about the 3 financial behaviors. I'm just kind of building the channel and talking about stuff that were basically for beginners, just trying to help them organize their financial life. I didn't get too specific about paper assets other than, hey, I've used paper assets in the past, this is what I've done, but I didn't focus on it. So about 2 years ago, I decided that's what I would do. I'd focus a little bit more on the paper assets. And since I had more time on my hand because I was retired, I wasn't in banking anymore, so I didn't have to go to a job. I could just do my thing and learn and kind of get a process in place for me that would help me, continue to grow my wealth through paper assets, since I had pretty much divested all of my real estate at that point, right? I still owned my home, and I had one other rental property, which I then sold in 2021. And at that point, I pretty much had divested all the real estate. So my focus had shifted to the stock market, because I'm thinking, hey man, this is a great opportunity for me to learn more and keep growing my wealth without having to worry about managing, tenants, or worried about toilets breaking and all that kind of stuff, right? Nothing wrong with real estate. I did it for 25 years, but I knew in my heart, I didn't want to do real estate for the rest of my life, right? So I shifted and started really learning more about what I wanted to do when it came to taking an active role into, buying ETFs and buying individual stocks and so on and so forth. Not trying to be some financial advisor, because you guys know I've always told y'all I'm not a financial advisor. And I've never tried to tell somebody, I've never gotten on my YouTube channel and said, hey, go buy this, it's going to do this. What I've been telling you guys on my YouTube channel is what I buy and what I do and what has been successful for me. I've always told you guys, building wealth, it'll be different for everybody. What wealth is to me is going to be different for you. It's going to be totally different, right? So, I went down that path. And then, for these last couple of years, I've been just cranking out videos about paper assets and building wealth through paper assets and various things, right? There are a lot of people on YouTube that make the exact same type of videos I make with the exact same titles that I make. It's no secret. But then all of a sudden, I get something from YouTube that says, hey, we don't like this title. Well, they didn't say what they didn't like. They just said they didn't like the video, basically. They didn't really go into detail and say, hey, specifically at 3 minutes and 25 seconds, you said. They don't do that. They just said, hey, the video don't meet our guidelines, so we're taking it down. There's not much else you can do. You can appeal it, which I did, because I still believe, unless they show me different, and which they may. I mean, I'm here to receive their feedback and figure out what's going on, because I make these same videos all the time. I mean, and in my videos, I'm very careful not to appear like this is easy what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing is a level of risk associated with it that I'm comfortable with. But part of the YouTube channel is to be able to share my experiences. Now, if I can't share those experiences, just tell me that, and I won't share them. And that's why I've decided on the channel that I won't share those anymore. I'll just keep that to myself, and I'll only share that with my Patreon members on the Wealth Builders Patreon group. That's where I will share from here on out my results of my investment returns when it comes to paper assets. I'm not going to share them on my YouTube channel anymore, because apparently sharing something that I thought was something that would inspire people and motivate people, apparently maybe not. I don't know. Again, I think YouTube's a great platform. I got nothing against YouTube. They got to do what they got to do. And I know a lot of this stuff is automated with some human review. So maybe I did say something in a 10-minute video that the automated system picked up on. I don't know. Again, I do these same videos every day, right? I talk about stocks every day, and I've been doing that for the last year and a half. So I talk about stocks every day, but not in a situation where I'm trying to tell people what to do. Typically, when I talk about the stock market, I talk about what I'm doing and what has helped me build my wealth. And of course, I'm going to say, hey guys, here's an opportunity for you to take advantage of this. Go do your homework. Make sure you know what you're. I always do that. But again, hey, if that's against the rules, I'm not a rule breaker. I'm just here to follow the rules, and I'm more than happy to just take that part of that away, and I'll just only use that. I'll only make that content for my Patreon wealth builders. I can make those types of videos and only strictly put them up on, or we'll just go over in detail what I've done in my Monday night live streams on Patreon. So for all the folks that follow me on or rock with me on Patreon, I'll still tell you guys, even if I gotta make separate videos and just put it up on my Patreon club, I'll just put it there, because certainly my intent from my YouTube channel is not to scam anybody. I've never done that. You guys can go back and look at all of my videos and everything that I've done on YouTube. I've never once introduced to anybody any type of crypto scams, or not even crypto scams, just, oh, hey guys, I just got my own token, I'm backing this token. I've never done that. The only thing that you've ever seen me do on my YouTube channel as it relates to any third-party stuff is Mumu and Weeble. And what you got to understand about those two self-directed brokerage apps, guys, millions and millions and millions and millions of people around the world use those brokerage apps. They look for guys like me and gals that can be affiliates for them. But these two brokerage companies are worldwide. So that's no scam. I mean, Mumu and Weeble, both of them. They're no different than Robinhood or any other self-directed brokerage app, right? Now, I'm not saying that I know everything about these brokerage apps, because I don't. I use them though. I use Weeble and I use Mumu, and I've been using them. I've been using Weeble since 2021. Buying investments, selling investments since 2021. And I've been using Mumu since 2024. I've not had a problem with them. I put my money in there. I buy my investments. When I'm ready to sell it, I sell them. I transfer money in, transfer it out. I mean, I've never had a problem with them. So why wouldn't I, say, hey guys, if you want a self-directed brokerage app, try them out. That's what I do, and that's what I've done since 2021 and had no problem with it, right? Because I've never said to anybody, you have to use this. I've never said that. I tell people all the time, use whatever you want to use, but if you want to use what I'm using, here's what I use. That's pretty much it, right? So I don't think it was that, because I've been doing that since 2021 and I haven't done anything wrong. I've just said, hey man, link down in the description box, boom, there you go. If you want to try it out, try it out. Hey, if you want some tutorial videos, I'll send them to you. Hey, nothing wrong with that, guys. That's not me trying to say, hey, guys, I got this secret thing over here and join this, and then you're gonna make sure you get rich. No. Now, can the titles be misconstrued from time to time? Sure. But come on, guys, this is YouTube. I mean, I guarantee you there are 1,000 other financial YouTubers out there that use very similar titles as me. Come on now, it's not just me that says, buy now, da 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 da. I mean, it's part of getting someone interested in watching your video so you can get and relay the real message. It'd be one thing if I had a title, guaranteed you make $25,000 in the next 10 minutes. I get that. That's just crazy, right? But I get it. Again, I'm not trying to get myself in any trouble with YouTube. I think YouTube is a great platform, and they've done great by me. So I'll get whatever decision they make on that one video. If they decide to take it down and leave it down, then so be it. We move on. I've decided that I'm not going to even worry about that going forward. I just will make the content that I believe is more friendly to whatever is going on right now, because there ain't nowhere in any of my content where I've asked anybody or introduced anybody to any fraud stuff, any scam stuff. Never, never. Go back and find one of my videos where I've ever introduced anybody in my videos. Not many. Maybe a couple of my real estate videos, I've had a couple of real estate agents or something like that in there, but I've never said, hey, I got this CPA here. Hey, I got this financial advisor here. Hey, I got this crypto guy here. Hey, y'all have, oh, hey guys, here, there's a link down there for this crypto guy. Here's a None of that stuff has ever been on my channel, because I'm not about ripping nobody off. That's not how I get down. I'm not about trying to take advantage of y'all. I get hundreds of emails all the time, people pitching all kind of crazy stuff to try to get to my audience. And I've turned everything down. The only thing I've ever mentioned to you guys is my Patreon financial community on Patreon, because that's mine. That's where me and my folks can really get together and really break bread. And I'm glad I started that community because of this very reason. That's one of the reasons a year ago I told you guys I need to diversify a little bit with my social media content, because you never know, man. When someone, you do something not intentionally, but by mistake, and then all of a sudden, boom, you get knocked down, right? And it's like, you don't even know what it is, because I'm looking at the video saying to myself, okay, I'm looking at the video here. I edited the video. I put the video up. I don't remember anywhere in here where I told anybody that they're going to make $20,000 in a week. I never told anybody that. I said that's what I did because it's the truth. But I've been doing this for 30 years too, and I tell people that. So I don't know where in the video, maybe it was the title that the automated system called. I don't know. But I know in my video, unless I'm mistaken, and again, if they say no, we're not going to re-put the video up, then it won't go back up, and then we'll move on. But going forward, though, for me, just so that I don't have to go through this anymore, I'm just going to keep my investment returns to what I do to my Patreon community. So that's where I will talk about my investment returns. That's where I will talk about my individual things that I'm buying. And then on the YouTube channel, I'll just keep it generic. We'll talk about, Fed interest rates. We'll talk about, that kind of stuff. I'll look at articles and we'll break the little articles down and we'll talk about what the S&P, we'll go ahead and just do that if that's what, needs to be done, because I know I've never on my YouTube channel tried to scam anybody. I've never tried to rip anybody off. I've never tried to do any of that. I've always been in a position of trying to help people. People first, money second, always on my YouTube channel. There's not one video where anybody can point to and say that I tried to rip off somebody or I tried to guarantee somebody anything. If y'all rock with me long enough, y'all already know I always say patience, discipline, consistency, long-term investing, through dollar cost average, big boy ETFs. If you're going to buy stocks, make sure they got a historical track record of performance. Just general things like that. Not me trying to give anybody financial advice or telling people what to buy and what they shouldn't buy. I don't do that on my channel. Now, I will tell you guys what I buy, right? And if you want to copy the plan, that's up to you. That's not me trying to rip anybody off or scam anybody or guarantee people. What am I guaranteeing them for? What am I getting out of that? Other than a YouTube view. I'm not getting anything out of telling people they're going to be it'd be one thing if I'm saying, I got a program over here, guys, that I want you to buy my $999 program. And in my program, my $999 program, I guarantee you XYZ. Okay, if I'm saying that kind of stuff, boom, you got me. But y'all ain't gonna find none of that on my YouTube channel. Ever. Nowhere will you find that kind of stuff. Nowhere on my YouTube channel will you find any of that, because I don't have no courses that guarantee anybody anything like that. You see what I'm saying? So I am one of these guys, man. I'm just here to help people. And there's always more than one way to skin a cat, right? I'm gonna continue to stay on YouTube as long as they allow me to stay on YouTube, right? But again, my goal here was to just let you guys know what was going down, because I had a couple people that have hit me up on Patreon and hit me through email and said, hey, Richard, I was watching your video. I tried to get in your video and it said it couldn't watch it, da, 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 da. And I said, you know something, let me just jump on here and have that conversation, because that's one thing about me, man. I'm not one of these guys that am intimidated by what people say about me or what people say in the comment section. See, I believe in God. And one thing I know, when you good and when your intentions are good, guess what, man? Things gonna work out for you. My intentions has always been nothing but 100% good on my YouTube channel, and will always be good as long as I'm here, right? Now, it's not gonna stop my motion. I'm still gonna be in there, FCF every single day the market is open, and I'll just share that information on my Patreon community. That's all. And on the YouTube channel, we'll just keep it generic. We'll keep it high level. We'll talk about interest rates. We'll talk about this and that. We'll make it interesting and fun, but it'll just be sort of 2 years ago Richard Fan YouTube channel. So I don't have a problem with doing that. I'm gonna continue to do FCF and keep rocking and rolling. I'm gonna keep telling people about my financial community. And unless somebody tells me differently, I'm gonna keep telling people about the brokerage apps that I use. Whether they use them or not, that's on them. But I'm gonna tell people about them, right? But far as the investment returns on my particular portfolio and the things that I'm doing through FCF with the stocks that I'm buying, I'll keep that for my Patreon community, and we'll discuss that over there. And then YouTube will just be basic, financial stuff. Hey, this is what the S&P did today. Hey, this is what's going on with tariffs. Hey, this is what's going on with inflation. Hey, this is what's going on with the labor or the jobs report. Just this, just that basic stuff that people, and then of course, continuing to talk about behaviors, financial behaviors, like the 4 financial principles: live on less than what you make, live on a plan, stay out of consumer debt, save and invest. We'll continue that, expound on that, right? And that kind of stuff. So I'm okay with that. I ain't got no problem with that. But I just want to let you guys know what the shift in the content will be so that you understand that. And like I said, if you do want to continue to follow what's going on, don't get me wrong, I still talk about the stock market. I'm just not going to talk about my performance and what I am doing. That will be on the Patreon site with the Wealth Builders. That's where we'll do that at, with the Wealth Builders. That's where I will tell them what I'm buying, what my successes, what my failures were. I'll do that on Patreon. And on the YouTube channel, we'll just keep it generic, right? Even though there are thousands of other YouTubers that do the same videos, same titles. That's the weird part about it, right? Same titles, same, where do you think I got them from? Right? Thousands of them. I get right now, you go in there to type in my title, it'll be 1,000 videos that come up, but that's okay. I can't worry about that. What I gotta focus on is trying to make sure I have my platform here on YouTube so I can continue helping people with financial freedom. That's the key here. My whole channel is about helping you guys get to financial freedom. And there's more than one way to do that. And like I said, if you really want to follow my journey when it comes to the stock market, what I do individually, if you want to follow that journey and follow along, and all you got to do is go down to the description box, second link, which is my website address, www.richardfain.net. Click on it. It'll take you over to my website, and then you'll see a join button or a membership button. Click on that. It'll take you over to Patreon. You can sign up for the Wealth Builders. And that's where I'll be on a daily basis, letting everybody kind of know what I'm doing on a weekly basis. Plus, I'll give recaps in our Monday night live streams on Patreon. I'll go ahead and recap there, kind of what I've done. And then during the day, I'll recap what I'm doing. And again, guys, the goal is not on my Patreon site or with the Wealth Builders. The goal is not for me to be the guy that's there to give you something that you're going to make a lot of money on. That's not the goal there. The goal is to have 2,000 people, which we have membership, right? The goal there is to have 2,000 people sharing ideas And then you make the right decision for you and your family. That's the goal. It's not, okay, let me just sit here and Richard Fain is going to give me everything I need to do. And no, I can't make financial decisions for you. What I do on that Wealth Builders financial community is we share ideas, best practices, golden nuggets, tips, right? To help one another. Hey man, listen, I'm thinking about XYZ company. Does anybody have any intel on them? Are y'all investing in them? What's been your experience with them? That's what the community is there for. It's not there to, okay, I'm just waiting on Richard Fain this morning at 9 o'clock. He's going to come in and tell us everything to do. That's not what we do on that place. We don't do that on the Patreon Wealth Builders. What we do is exactly what I just said. It's a place where you can come and ask questions and be curious. None of us are professionals. We're not going to try to tell you what to do, but I still believe that someone's opinion about something is okay. We get caught up in this whole thing just because someone gives someone an opinion about a company and a stock that someone's trying to tell them what to buy. No, ain't nobody trying to tell nobody what to buy. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are grifting and doing all kind of stuff, right? We know that. We all know that. But my job is to focus on me and try to make sure I'm delivering content that's helpful to people. And that's all I wanted to do. And that's what we'll get back to. So like I said, we'll stick to the financial stuff, high level stock market stuff, and just kind of stick to that on the YouTube channel so that, whatever was in my video today doesn't happen again, because I don't need those problems. I like the YouTube platform. I would prefer to stay on the YouTube platform and continue to do the good work that I've been doing since 2020 without no problems until today. This is the first problem I've ever had since 2020. And I've got over 1,000 videos on YouTube, over 1,000. I don't know how many I got. I got probably 1,400 videos, something like that. And I've never had a problem with anything. But today, boom, there was a problem. So I tried to, of course, I went in and did what I needed to do. They'll take a look at it. If they still feel like it's not within guidelines, then we'll delete that video and move on. And now I know. And it'll help me move forward and make sure I make the type of content that is within the guidelines, right? And again, my goal here, and I just wanted to make sure you guys understood, again, I don't believe I did anything wrong, but again, all I can do is make the content and try to do it to the best of my ability, which I've always done that. And then wherever the cards fall, they fall, right? That's all I can do. But I want you to guys know that so that when you do see a shift in the content, you'll know exactly why. And certainly to my wealth builders, I'm gonna let them know as well. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow I'll make a post on the Patreon site as well. But I'm gonna still make content every single day. It's plenty of content out there, financial content. It's always something going on in the markets, whether it be tariffs, whether it be, Fed discussions or other things. We don't have to only talk about stocks. We can talk about real estate, right? I did real estate for a lot of years. I know real estate like the back of my hand, at least residential real estate. We can talk about a bunch of different financial stuff. So we'll mix some more stuff in there on the channel and hopefully people enjoy it. We'll still talk about stocks. We just won't talk about any of my performance, right? We won't talk about any of my performance, but we can discuss different types of ETFs, different types of stocks, things like that. But I got to be careful that I don't, discuss any of my production, because clearly somewhere along the way, my saying that I made X amount of dollars, somewhere along the way in that video, something picked it up and misconstrued it as I'm trying to tell people that's what they're going to make. I'm like, I don't know how that got misconstrued, but I guess it is what it is. So I'm going to refrain from talking about my individual results going forward. We won't mention that anymore. We won't have it in the titles no more. It'll just be generic stock market information, just as an observer giving his opinion. That's all it will be. But it will be nothing about me and what my performance is and what I have done. What it'll be is, all that'll be, like I said earlier, that'll just be on the Patreon community, the Wealth Builders. So if you do want to if you do want to be a part of that, like I said, just go down to the description box, right? You'll see a link for my website. And then you can just click on that link. It'll take you over to my website. And then inside the website, there's a join button, a membership button. It'll take you over to Patreon, and then you can sign up for the Wealth Builders. And on that platform, that's where I'll discuss my personal investments and what successes I'm having, what I'm not having. I can just do that every day on the Wealth Builders. So that way, if you got questions, you want to ask me about something, you can direct message me right there on Patreon. And that way I can have a conversation with you, and you can go about your business and make your own decisions on what you need to make your decisions on. But I'm more than willing to share what I do. And I don't think anything's wrong with that. I should be able to share my success and what I'm doing. But again, I don't want to get into hot water with nobody. So if I can't share that anymore on the YouTube platform, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'll just share that on the Patreon platform. So if you want to be a part of that, like I said, you can go join Patreon, Richard Fain, Wealth Builders, and get that information there. Well, appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with me. I'm going to get on out of here. I've taken up too much of y'all time on this Friday evening. Thank y'all for listening, man. And again, you all know me. I'm an old vet. I'm an old vet, man. I done been through a lot. I don't let a few comments rattle me or get under my skin, man. I just continue doing what I do because I know I'm doing God's work. I know that's what he called me to do, to help people, and I'm gonna keep helping them. Sometimes you hit a little obstacle, a little bump in the road, you gotta pivot. And that's all this is just a quick pivot. And then I'm back tomorrow with a new video. As long as the good folks at YouTube allow me to make these videos and so I can help people, I'm gonna make them. If they tell me I'm doing something wrong and I need to change it, I'm gonna change it. It's that simple. I'm not trying to disrupt anything. If they say, hey, Richard, we didn't like that title, don't do it no more, I won't do it anymore. I'm just gonna change it up and get back to the basics. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna disclose any of my investments or what my returns are. If you wanna know that stuff, like I said, you gotta go over to the Patreon side, to my Patreon financial community called the Wealth Builders, and you can get that information there. But on YouTube, we're gonna just keep it strictly business, nothing about my personal investments. We're just gonna keep it strictly business. And hopefully y'all will stick around for that. And I certainly would appreciate it. Well, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. And we'll go from there, man. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.